Hello everyone. So I'm recording this video a little bit ahead of time. So today's this is gonna definitely date this video. I'm recording this on August 21st, and I literally just found out that the actor who played Robbie Rotten died today. And like at first I thought that I wasn't gonna feel actually really sad. Like I was sad, but I didn't think that I was gonna start crying, but I'm actually kind of tearing up right now. But I know that I have to record a video for tomorrow because I'm not gonna be able to record anything tomorrow. But I just want to get that off my chest because that's kind of, you know, making me genuinely sad because I grew up with Lazy Town. I kind of forgot about it for a while until like 2016 when these memes were coming about, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I totally remember this show, and I was so happy that I found out, I remembered, I got to discover it again after so many years of seeing it for the first time. And now that, and then like when I found out that he had cancer, I was really sad, but like I was really happy that a lot of people were like donating to his GoFundMe because of these memes on the internet, and I was so happy when he was in on the meme too. Like he loved it, and he loved the people who were like supporting him, and it's just really sad to see such a great person just die. He was only 43 too. Like, that's so young compared to how long we can live nowadays, and it's just it makes me so sad. Like, honestly, I'm trying not to cry right now because I already cried today. I don't need to cry anymore. But yeah, I just had to get that off my chest. I also have a soda here, so I might drink that while it's still cold, because, oh, fuck it, you know what? I need a drink. Please don't spill. Please don't spill. Please don't spill. Oh god. I have fingernails. It's hard to open a can. I don't even know why I'm recording. I'm recording this because I can. Don't worry, we'll get to the game shortly after. I don't know if you can hear that, but nope. Nope. Well, I can. God, soda? Fizzy soda is just really great ASMR. Really. But anyways. Woo! I really hate carbonation, but I love this flavor of soda. Dubious Tale. Okay. Okay. My arms are hanging down perpendicularly, and my head leans up against the back of my chair, and I'm engrossed by the sight of the ceiling. Do you give up, compañero? Don't talk. I'm thinking. Give me a minute. I definitely don't sound very convincing, but this is all I can do to buy myself some more time. When I turn my head around, I notice Ziva amongst a group of her classmates. She averts her gaze, but I can't tell if it's on purpose or not. Truthfully, it's been a few days since she's been acting oddly. Normally I wouldn't worry about it, but since it's Ziva, you never know what she's planning. It's then that I inconsiderately call out her name. She skeptically turns her eyes towards me once again and points a finger at herself in shock that I've reached out to her. Why are you calling Ziva? There are no rules that forbid us from asking for assistance. That's not fair! What's wrong? When did we cease to be your favorite guys? I want to ask her that, but instead I decide to preserve it as a thought. Here comes the thought. I'm running out of ideas. Give me a hand. I show her the sheet of paper sitting on my desk. She takes a look at it while I switch seats to a nearby empty chair, invite her to sit with us. She thanks me without stopping reading. And once she sits down, her eyes dully rise above the sheet.
Your ideal girl debating. I can't read that! What? What is that? What number is that? What?
I hate Roman numerals. I can never read them. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why do people use Roman numerals? I mean, I get it looks fancy, but Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Google, don't fail me now. Stop. Google. Google. Oh my God. Come on. Oh my God. Google, stop. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Okay, it's 166.
Your ideal girl. Debate numbers 166. Aussie Go to Hell edition. Don't tell me that you guys are still doing this.
Sadly, yes. I've started to write down all of the past proposals to keep in archives so that I don't repeat the same one twice. I thought it'd be faster this way. But we're still here and I still haven't found a single thing that Aussie would find unacceptable. I'm starting to consider calling the police so he can go to jail for being a huge pervert.
I'd rather not ask, but why did you guys start this in the first place? And why are you so obsessed with keeping it going?
Aussie and I look at each other with empty eyes. Neither of us can even remember how this madness started. I don't see the problem with the two men having a fascinating and deeply philosophical discussion about the human psyche. He means to say that we have tons of free time.
You weren't helping, Cher!
Also, the only one here with tons of free time is you, who can afford to leave the school for 2 hours and come back as if nothing happened. Meanwhile, I was super busy at school, trying to put up a good show in your absence. It shouldn't take that long to go home and back, you know. I went to the other side, too. My two friends stare at me, baffled. I ignore them and continue minding my own business. The only things I'm missing now are inanimate objects. So, a rock? No, well, in this case it should be a statue. Would you make out with the statue, Aussie?
You went to the other side earlier, Endin?
Yeah, and I think it's weird that either of you asked about it, considering how busy both of you are. You would have found out sooner or later from Dennis or Luce anyways. How can I maintain a relationship with a statue? They might have been the pornography of the olden times. But the idea of relationships is to talk with others, or at least living beings. Unless it's something like that story Dennis told us. In reality, though, the only one who falls in love with inanimate objects is you, compañero.
Oh, see, forget about that nonsense for a second. You met up with Dennis and Luce, Endin?
Not exactly, but yes, you could say that. I can see Siva's throat contract as she swallows. Contrary to her usual behavior, she doesn't ask any more questions. Still, I can tell by looking at her that she wants to know the rest of the story. I snuck in during one of their classes and spoke with both of them. Nothing special, so don't overthink it. By the way, Dennis said something about you carrying all of the committee's workload by yourself.
You spoke with Dennis? You?
Don't say it like that. Let me remind you that we're also committee members, so you can always ask us for help. Finals are coming up and it'd be wrong to leave everything up to you.
Yeah, I mean, no, don't worry. Everything's almost done, but thank you, I guess. It's not often that you offer your help to someone else.
Her cheek muscles tense as they tried to recall a cheerful expression, and her fingers nervously twitch against the wood of the desk with an unharmonious rhythm. By now, she'd usually force me to tell her everything that I've done in as much detail as possible. However, all I'm sensing from her body language at the moment is impatience and fear. It feels as if she's trying to end our conversation as soon as possible, as if I'm forcing Ziva to pretend to be herself. Compañero! Aussie seems to notice my meditative state and stops my train of thought with an inquisitive glance. I can see the fire burning in his eyes, body language coming out of every pore of his skin and settling into the situation. Alright, Aussie, you win. I can't think of anything else. Sweet! I got to the point that I could only think about stuff in my immediate field of vision, like the garbage or a pencil case. I swing Aussie's pencil case around in my hands while I complain about my defeat. Why are you so silent, Aussie? Me? No, nothing. In short intervals, my friend's eyes shoot towards the object I grasp in my hands. The world suddenly freezes as I place my concerned attention on Aussie and his pencil case. Oh no, you didn't! What? Never! I mean, never! Yeah. What? Well, maybe a little. Wait, what? What? Did he... Oh! Did he jerk off in his pencil case? What? It's just that, depending on how you unzip it. Oh no! What? 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 Oh God! Oh my God, that's disgusting. It's like that, what, was it on Reddit or 4chan? That one guy who just kept his jizz in a box and it got all black. Or that other guy who stored his jizz in the fridge or something, I don't know. Oh God, oh, see why? I'm genuinely disgusted right now. Holy fuck, I was not expecting that, but... God damn it. I leave the classroom before Aussie can finish his sentence, then return in less than 10 seconds with plastic gloves, a lab coat, and a breathing mask covering my face. Evacuate the classroom! Everyone is in danger of getting infected! What are you doing with that lighter and hairspray? Hey, that's my case! Everything that can stand the fire, you shall pass through the fire, and it shall be clean. Nevertheless, it shall also be purified with the water for impurity. Numbers 31:23. Why are you quoting the Bible? Why are you quoting the Bible? It's too late for me. I've already been infected by it. Quick, Ziva, there's not much time left. I need you to amputate my hands before it spreads to the rest of my body. It's my last hope to keep living. She can't help but raise an eyebrow when I hand her a ruler and lay my arms on the table as I wait for her to react. She sighs and drops the ruler like a guillotine. I contract my wrists inside of the lab coat in time to make it appear as if my hands have been cut off. My hands! They're gone! I won't be able to play video games anymore! Don't worry, compañero. You can still use your stumps to play mobile touchpad games. That's even worse! The two of us clowns caused the usual commotion that we're characterized by. Ziva can't help but be in disbelief. Still, her lips curve cheerfully from seeing us mess around. Hey, it's really hot this time, watch out! And of course, our joke escalates pretty quickly. Who arrives just in time to see us trying to stop a fire? Exactly, the new substitute teacher. I can't really keep calling her new, though, considering the amount of times she's punished us already. That's disgusting, though. Jesus Christ. Why? Why, Odyssey? Why would you do that? Your poor pencil case. God damn. Whew. Classes have ended for the day. I'm on my way home. When I reach the gates... I need a drink. Oh, nice and cold. Cold soda is way better than lukewarm soda or room temperature soda. I spelled it wrong. Oh, heartburn. Oh, I'm just dying this episode. God damn it. I don't normally drink soda. Like, honestly, it's like my least favorite drink of all time. I'm only drinking it because I had a birthday party and that's what we got. We got soda and we got pink lemonade and I'm like, okay, I'll have to drink the rest of that because not everyone had it. Not everyone had like 3 freaking cans of everything. I mean, if someone has soda and that's like the only thing they have, I'll drink it. But if I have a choice in the matter, hell nah, I'm getting juice instead. I just don't really like carbonation that all too much. It just depends really, because it hurts sometimes. I look back towards the school. From here, when I reach the gates, I look back towards the school. From here, I can see a large mass of students passing through its doors. Students chatting and walking side by side. I usually have someone walking with me too. Today's an exception because the substitute teacher has taken Aussie hostage after that small incident earlier. It's weird, even though both of us were involved in it, she seems to have a fixation with my dear friend Aussie. Ziva left without saying goodbye. I know I was the first to wish for that girl to leave me alone, but it's difficult to get used to this kind of change. From being pursued to ignored in only a single day. Standing here watching the influx of people exiting through the big doors of that building, a reflection takes shape inside my mind. My world is so small. At this school, everyone knows me as one of the class clowns, but that's also exactly what makes me a nobody. I don't stand out enough for people to take me seriously or consider me their friend. And at the same time, I'm not insignificant enough to build up mystique or cause worry to those around me. At this very moment, I'm a single tree amongst a forest. The only difference is that once this school year is finished, I'll remain in those people's memories as a blip. I'm only in the hearts of a few people from this school. No more than 10 if you take into account the entire town. It's not a unique situation either. This is probably applicable to most people, but sometimes even the smallest of things can make you reflect on yourself and realize how easily we can lose what little we already have. My world can become bigger or smaller, but rarely will it remain the same size, since time and destiny are so capricious? Is that how you say it? Capricious? Like Capri Sun. Capri Sun. Capri Sun! My time and destiny are Capri Sun. Yes. It's in my hands to decide what to achieve and in which direction I should go. And where is it, I wonder? For now, I'll resign myself to going home, I guess. After turning the corner, I see a familiar face in the distance. I nearly forgot that Luce wanted to meet up after school today. It's fortunate that we passed through the same street to reach our respective houses. Otherwise, I probably would have totally forgotten about it if I didn't see her here. As I get closer, I can see her eyes open wide, but it's not because I'm greeting her. She's amazed by someone or something else that I can't yet see from my perspective. It's Claire. Of course, and the music just slowly fades out. I'm gonna wait for it to come back. It's gonna come back. No, it's gonna just be silent. Great. Fine. Fine! Fine! They approach each other without noticing my presence, and although it's not something to get all excited about, I can't help but recall what Dennis had told me a few hours ago. If you say so, in any case, try to be more careful next time, and I don't really only mean about yourself. I'm talking about Claire. I feel a horrendous shiver go down my spine. I don't know why exactly, but it makes me act quickly and I immediately run to them. But when I get there...
Oh no! Oh no, they're laughing!
They're laughing their arses off!
Oh, my shear, what are you doing here? Now we've both lost our bets.
Then nobody wins, everybody loses. Then nobody wins, everybody loses. But Sheer is still the biggest loser. Care to share whatever's wrong with you ladies today?
Nothing. I bumped into Luce, so we were chatting.
I told her I was waiting for you and we made a bet over whether or not you'd show up. The funny thing is that we both bet that you wouldn't come. Things seem pretty bad for you. Nobody trusts you.
Shear's the kind of guy who forgets everything, especially if it's important.
I had the wrong idea there for a moment. Don't scare me like that.
What did you think was happening?
I sigh, unsure whether or not I should feel happy or something else for how this turn of events has still developed. Maybe it's because the idea of those two getting along seems impossible to me, but something about what's in front of me doesn't seem right. Especially with Claire. I thought that she could only speak freely with me. Although she isn't doing the best, at least she isn't acting like the shy girl that used to hide behind me the second someone else spoke to her. Let's not stand around here. We can take a walk while we're talking. At first I thought Luce only wanted to talk to me, but then she also invites Claire to join us as well. The girl that once liked to keep everything a secret and used to lie about everything seems to have forgotten about her past, and is now leading our tiny group with some small talk. The world keeps spinning after all. Wonderful. Do you guys have any plans for the holidays? The topic of our conversation drifts into the summer holidays for seemingly no particular reason. Everyone is talking about it now that we only have a few weeks left before the school year's over. I can't help but think that I already know the answer to her question by heart, despite this being the first time that someone's asked me directly. I don't think I'll go anywhere special. Just the usual visits to the beach with my family.
I'll probably do the same.
Coming from Claire, I take her words literally and it makes me feel a bit anxious. Truth is, I was wondering if we could all go somewhere together. My parents are already bugging me with questions about which university I want to go to and what I'll study. They're driving me insane. Also, there aren't any universities nearby, so I'm scared that all of us will end up going our separate ways once the holidays are over, especially if I have to move somewhere else.
Isn't your birthday during the summer, by the way? We can meet up then.
Yes, exactly. You have a great memory, Claire. If we do something at the beginning of the summer, it'll line up with my birthday. We can celebrate and have fun. When did I mention the date of my birthday to you, anyways? She heard it during my birthday party. It came up when you began insisting that all of us have to celebrate your birthday and give you the best presents on Earth. You sounded pretty drunk even though we hadn't been drinking. True, and if you don't obey my command, I'll get mad. What a materialistic girl you are. Without thinking about it, I take a seat on a nearby chair. It's not like my leg hurts or anything, but after so long, one gets used to resting. God, why did I say that? Why did I say it like that? Resting! One gets used to resting at every opportunity so as not to make the pain worse. I'm trying to think positively while I still can. As soon as I get home, I'll have to start studying, and that's so depressing. Are you two not going to study for the final exams?
I'm the type of girl who gets focused at the very last second. I'm useless before then.
Why would I study? I'm a genius with 3 doctorates from Oxford University. I don't need to do anything like that.
You're saying that he also puts it off till the last second.
You didn't have to be so blunt. Luce covers her mouth as she laughs and seats herself in front of me. She rests her back against the chair and crosses her legs, instantly transitioning from laughing to meditating. I'm telling you this because I won't be able to visit the library for a while. Not for no reason. I'll have to focus on studying. It's because of my mother. She's really strict about it. Nothing at all like my father, who's more of a slob despite being a teacher. Now that I'm not going to basketball training anymore, she's always asking questions about where I'm going and what I'm doing. Of course, she assumes that I'm always wasting time instead of studying. It's a pity, but that's exactly why I had to make sure that after this, we'll keep meeting up and following the plan like usual. Luce speaks quickly and ambiguously, as if she's trying to unnecessarily justify a really simple situation. I don't know what she's expecting from me, or if she's thinking that I'll get angry at her over this. Even if she's lying, she still doesn't need to make excuses for herself. Well, it's fine. After the exams, we'll have to meet up again for the graduation ceremony and events and stuff. That's right! We can decide what to do during the party. When Luce comments on the graduation party, I can't help but look at Claire. She folds her arms and looks away from me, trying to hide her feelings on the topic. With that being said, I'm about to stand up when I hear a voice coming from behind me. Good day, what can I get for you? We instinctively turn to face the new sound, realizing who the source is, and exclaiming in unison the title we've been given to this person a few days ago. Oh no, it's gonna be the black bald guy, isn't it? Oh, it's the baldy bastard! Oh no! We immediately regret our turn of phrase and shut ourselves up. Damn, look at this. Sheesh. Color negative much? I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. I don't know, I like color negative stuff. I'm just like,
Oh, color negative. Nice.
nice image for the thumbnail. Wonderful. Anyways, we ended up sitting down at one of the tables of a restaurant. Of course, its waiter is none other than the stocky baldy that we've come across so many times in the recent past. That huge mass, over 6 feet tall, seemed to be bulging after hearing the affectionate nickname we gave to him, literally tearing apart his clothes. I can see the dark, dreadful aura surrounding him. The gravity around us suddenly seems to grow stronger, to the point that I feel like I'm choking here. Excuse me, I must have confused you with someone else. A cousin of mine. We call him that as an inside joke. Who would have thought? Of course he has nothing to do with you, sir. In fact, we've never met before, have we? Not at a shopping mall or in a car. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you gonna order or not?
Well, guys, I haven't taken a seat, so I'm free to go. Enjoy your lunch and have fun. Good luck!
Don't run away now, you coward! Our lives are on the line! You'll have to forgive me, but I looked at the menu and couldn't find anything I wanted. While Claire reaches supersonic speed, Luce is playing supersonic racing. A bit Claire running around at the speed of sound. Gonna races to go now outside of the rainbow. Luce is playing a rather unconvincing role as a customer. She's shaking so much that nobody would ever believe that she's capable of reading the menu that way at all. The waiter asks her to order something anyways, and he'll ask the kitchen if it's possible to make.
Yeah, well, yeah, what I want is
Chocolate milkshake, but with Swedish chocolate. Strawberries from French Polynesia with a small multicolored palm tree that spins in circles as I drink, so... Are you high or drunk? Her eyes open widely as she speaks to me using only her gaze, like she'd done only a few hours prior in her classroom. Idiot! I asked for something that doesn't exist on purpose. This way we have an excuse to leave. We can say that we accidentally went to the wrong place. I nod with genuine admiration for Luce, not because of her plan, but her skills in being able to communicate using solely body language to this degree. Seriously, how does she do it? Alright, the number 32 milkshake. For you, sir? We're frozen for a minute after listening to our waiter. Then the two of us, in unison, look at number 32 on the menu. It exists! It's word for word the same. You nailed it, lady. Luce resigns herself to her doomed fate and collapses on this table. The only one left standing, rather sitting, is me. I can feel the adrenaline thoroughly rushing through each and every inch of my body. I gather all the courage I have left inside of me and attempt to make myself look composed. I want... water! The waiter lifts his pen from his notepad and raises an eyebrow in my direction. Makes me wonder if he wants to kill me or if he didn't hear what I'd ordered. I said, water! I repeated a second time, but I'm so scared that I only managed to speak out a sound far below the volume of any normal human voice. The water eater seems to have read my lips. He writes something down and leaves for a moment. I guess I meant to say, water! Water. It shouldn't be this difficult, but that guy is too frightening, especially when improvising isn't my thing. The only thing I'm wondering right now is if his pen's made of reinforced titanium. I can't think of any other reason why it hasn't broken between his massive fingers yet. Could you have ordered anything sadder? Water! Don't get stuck on that! Sorry, my mind was still closed off. And it might be a sad request, but it's free. I don't have any money on me at all, you know? Enjoy paying the bill on your own. My plan was for you to order first so that I could order absolutely anything. I'm a genius. I wouldn't be so confident, whiz kid. Save your jealousy, please. Considering my superior intelligence, my IQ is over 250. It's nor... Here you go. How are you so fast? A bald solar eclipse cuts me off mid-sentence as he places a couple of glasses on the table. Is number 32 milkshake for the lady? look, the palm tree really is spinning. Who would have thought? And your bottle of water, sir. As soon as you know what you'd like to eat, let me know. You do want something to eat, don't you? Oh yeah, I forgot to give him my not the black voice, my deep voice, God. Oh well, it's too late now. At the moment, I'm not really hungry because I've had enough just from swallowing my tongue in shock and also swallowing my pride after looking at the bottle of water. And when the waiter leaves to tend to the other tables, Lou starts laughing, causing her milkshake to shake. You should have told me that your IQ of 250 is in the negative, Sheer. I should have said that I didn't want bottled water, but I was just so damn scared. Well, since we're here, we may as well have our last meeting of the holidays now. Luce noisily slurps down her milkshake through a straw and stretches her arm towards me, her palm open. I don't know what she's trying to do, so I high-five her. Idiot, I meant your fairy tale. Didn't you say that there's a new chapter? Luce opens and closes her outstretched palm, still accompanied by the sound of her slurping her delicious milkshake. Or that's how she makes it seem anyways. I reach for a folder that I have in my bag and take out the sheets of paper sitting inside of it. Luce immediately steals them from my hands before I can even react. Your writing style is the same as always. I can't understand how it takes you so long when half of it is pretty much already written. We've already gone through this. Yeah, everything's on purpose. I told you that I'd find out what that's all about, but it's okay as well. If I try to get info out of you directly from time to time. How much left is now? You should already have an idea about how you'll finish it. The next chapter will be the last. Seriously? And what will the ending be? I haven't decided yet. I'm always open to change. You become so insufferable when you're trying to sound interesting. You're insufferable 24/7 and I don't complain about you. Because you don't have balls. They must have retracted. I bet we could order them at this restaurant though. How do you prefer them? Boiled or fried? Definitely fried. I mean, don't you dare joke about that with the baldy wandering around. He could hear you. I don't think so. I doubt he... Here are your fried eggs. Enjoy. That was fast! Look at what you've done. You better pay for this. Why? Notice how he brought you fried eggs? That means he heard what you'd said, else they wouldn't be fried. Each customer has to pay for their own meal, and the waiter put that dish in front of you. Oh yeah? What would you think if someone suddenly ordered the most expensive thing on the menu under your name? This special here, so many zeros. Waiter! Don't do it! Waiter, he did it! He said special for the lady. How does he do it? You schmuck! This is war! Bring another special for this gentleman! Don't you dare! Don't make me order that expensive wine for you! Then I'll order the caviar, oysters, truffles, lobster, and... Nobody can defeat me at wasteful spending, you'll see! 10 minutes later. He brought everything. Yeah, and with incredible speed. With empty eyes, I gaze at the over 1 foot mountain of food in front of us. Each dish is weirder than the last, to the point that there are even some inedible things, like a miniature train that actually moves. Even though everything seems to be delicious and has great aromas, our stomachs feel full once we realize that we did all this because one of our usual petty brawls.
You don't know what you're missing because this is great. I have no idea how they can cook all of this so well and quickly.
People don't respect the laws of thermodynamics anymore. Wait a second, didn't you leave earlier?
Well, whether or not I left is relative. Seeing as you guys can't eat all of this alone, I decided to return and help you. Wasting food is awful.
There's so many problems with that sentence that I'd prefer not to think about it. What about you, Cher? Why did you ask the waiter to sing the Power Rangers theme song? He's playing like an electric guitar and everything. Go, go, Power Rangers! I have no idea. I was running out of ideas and I figured asking for a Super Sentai song would be too nerdy. No, that's not the issue here. True, I should be more demanding of that Baldy. Waiter, I want you to sing it like it's Alexandrine. It's like it's an Alexandrine. Power Rangers. Excellent. I don't know what an Alexandrine is. Let me see. What the fuck is that? Alexandrine? What? Oh, it's a bird. Oh, 6 iambic feet. Oh. Okay. It's a 6 iambic, having 6. It's a line of line. It's a verse having 6 iambic feet. Line of a verse having 6 iambic feet. There you go. Excellent. Can you stop this nonsense? It's not like we can pay for all this anyways, woman. At least this way we win something. Excuse me. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Is it true that you won't be able to pay your bill? Hey, hold it. Who gave you permission to stop singing? If you don't give me my Alexandrite, I'm leaving without paying. Don't you dare leave now, schmuck. We're going to get out of this mess together.
And I'll eat the food.
Then pull out your wallet. The very moment that you joined us here, you became an accomplice.
You don't have anything on me.
I'd take you more seriously if you weren't talking with your mouth full, Claire. Can't someone call for help? Ask for a loan? Offer to clean dishes? Be a man for once, Sheer. Gender equality only applies when it benefits you, doesn't it? Oof, that speaks a lot about today's society. Whew. Damn, that... Ooh, woo, woo, woo! That's a good one! Good one, Sheer! For starters, I don't have a cell phone. And who would I call anyways?
Yeah, and for that you need to have friends first.
Exactly. I have no friends, so... No, wait. Damn, Claire! Don't make me say that kind of thing!
But you don't deny it. Poor Aussie, if he ever finds out what you think about him.
I consider him more of a slave, to be honest. He isn't poor, though. In fact, he's probably the only one of us with enough money to pay this bill. But I doubt Aussie will pop up right now. And there he is! Where would I pop up? Aussie, my friend! Have I told you how much I value your friendship lately? Don't say that after what I just heard you say about me. That was a joke, my loyal companion. Compañero, as you always say. You know that you have to play a bad boy with women sometimes. Something I've learned from you. Like almost everything else about life. Oh yeah, women. I know what you mean, compañero. You are wise to follow my teachings. He's just so stupid. In any case, my friend. No, master. I have a small favor to ask of you. I won't pay for anything. Are you sure? It's not for me, but for these two ladies. Who knows how they'll thank you if they see your magnanimous generosity. I don't like the sound of that, Sheer. You just have to flaunt some skin and talk all sexily to him. Be a real woman for once, Luce. Why don't you take your own advice once in a while? There's no way this will work with the lolly and the tomboy. I'll have to bring in the big guns. Whew. So, Aussie, were you with the substitute teacher until now? What kind of punishment did she give you? What? No, nothing happened! What are you talking about? His reaction is so suspicious that it'd be sinful not to abuse it. Nothing, but I was waiting for you earlier and I took a peek in the class to see what was happening. Shut up! Alright, I'll pay, but don't say anything! In exchange for my silence, nervous and scatterbrained Aussie retrieves his wallet and asks for our bill.
Did you really see something, Cher? What happened?
No idea, I was bluffing. Aussie is so narcissistic that he probably doesn't want anyone to know about whatever humiliating punishment he was given, I guess.
But he's the one who keeps humiliating himself all the time.
Fortunately for us, that's something he'll only realize when he grows up. Which is probably never. There's a small issue. I didn't bring enough cash and I don't have my credit card. What can we do? Don't worry, I have 35,000 coupons that we can use as payment. It still makes me feel kind of sad to throw them away like this, even though I never use them. Are you stupid? We will gladly accept your coupons. Thank you very much. What's wrong with this restaurant? Luce, Claire, and I are walking down a street on our way home. We left Aussie behind. He lives in the opposite direction, was also unusually indisposed after the enigmatic events that had transpired with the substitute teacher. I didn't even have time to tell him that I'll pay him back whenever I have the money. I thought he'd be happier since that teacher is even kind of attractive. I choose not to think about it any longer. I'm not nosy, and I know that Aussie, despite how annoying he is at times, wouldn't bug me about things when I see unfit for it.
I'm going down these stairs.
Halfway down the street, there are 4 stone steps that connect to a perpendicular street. Claire goes down the stairs with 4 small jumps. I suspect that she announced it so loudly so that I can't accuse her of stalking me today, since I also have to go down those stairs to get to my house. I say goodbye to Luce, but before going down the first step, I stop and turn around, barely noticing that she appears to be tense. Hey, Cher, I was wondering. Every morning we both have to pass this crossing to get to our respective schools, don't we? Yeah, we've probably passed each other without noticing it more than once. That's what I was thinking. I pass here every morning, so I must have seen you coming up these stairs in the past. It's a shame that after so much time, it had to be right before we graduate school that we met, don't you think? You wouldn't have paid much attention to a stranger greeting you in the middle of the street anyways. There's still a lot better than the way we ended up meeting. That's still a lot better than the way we ended up meeting. I seriously thought you were a robber or something much worse. Touché. We both smile a little, probably because we both assume that we won't meet again until the graduation ceremony. We stare at each other for a few seconds in silence. Neither of us have anything to say. We're embarrassed or maybe scared, waiting for the other to speak. See you, Cher. Until next time, Luce. I bid her farewell with a wave, then walk down the stairs. From below, I look up at Luce. She's still waving goodbye to me and walking in that sumptuous and prideful way of hers before disappearing out of sight. When I look forward, I notice that Claire's standing next to me, sticking to me like a shadow and following me with short, quick steps. She's always by my side. I'm still intoxicated by the events that took place between us earlier in the music room. Times only managed to make her words even more coercive. Any conversation right now would sound fake or untrue, especially when all of my thoughts are filled only with memories.
It's odd, isn't it? How you're going to go revert to how you were before I sent you the emails, at least until we graduate?
That's what you think? Nothing can return to how it was, in my opinion.
And you're right. That's why heroes who fight to bring peace back to the world are fictional.
Do you always have to use the most bizarre analogies you can come up with?
It's true, though. Even our memories adapt to our nostalgia when it benefits us most. You, for example. You'll have to decide if those stairs will still be used for empty meetings or not. Strangers or friends each will make a different decision, and the consequences.
We'll have to see. The brim of her hat cloaks her entirely, but I can still see her huffing motions. How long has it been? How long will it take? The apparent chaos, without any order, extends to in front of my eyes. It silently walks among the noisy streets filled with bustling students. Can I hear something among the crowd? Voices of the distant past or answers from the future? I don't know. I can't know. That's how it has always been and how it will be this time, too. Even if we're entering the final chapter. Hey. Oh, jeez. Alright. Let's get this done, and then, yeah, I feel like it's getting close to being the next chapter of the visual novel thingy, majig bob. Reaching the Sun, Chapter 3. Real. So foretold the tales that once upon a time there was a wolf without a past or memory who wanted to reach the sun. I'm gonna take a drink because hopefully I don't die doing this. Okay. No. Okay, I'm still alive. Great. Hey, you, Harry, come with me. A voice wafts through the tree branches without any clear origin. Yeah, you, I'm talking to you. Who else? There's no one else here, genius. Come on, follow me. The wolf was astonished. He could see something moving among the treetops whilst the voice grew distant. Before he lost it, the wolf followed it until he reached the foot of the mountain, a dead goat lying at the base. Help yourself, it's your dinner. The voice took shape in front of the dead animal. The source was an apathetic crow with a limp body. He stood out quite a bit because, unlike other crows, he was gray. The wolf, however, was feeling reluctant about accepting the goodwill of the crow. Are you not only clumsy but also stupid? The crow complained. Eat it so I can take the leftovers. The wolf wondered why the crow would need him to do something like that. Fangs, teeth, I'm a bird. How in the world do you expect me to eat the meat? With a knife and fork? You seem to be new to this. The wolves and the crows have always helped each other with these things. The wolf couldn't help but bow his head. He barely knew how to live within a wolf pack. Hey, I'm also treated differently because I'm gray, and I'm not complaining. I don't even care what your name is, so long as you open up your buddy here and allow him to rest in my belly. Wait, so long as you open up our buddy here and allow him to rest in my belly. I'm just a wolf, he replied, and that's... Look, you could be a seagull for all I care. The crow said in an irritated tone. You are a wolf, and when I present you with corpses, you tear them asunder. We make a perfect team. We can take a picture to commemorate the epic moment, and create a website that chronicles the adventures of the hobbling wolf and the rejected crow. The wolf What the fuck? The wolf nodded. He was about to do as was asked of him and encroached upon the goat's corpse. Before he began to rip it apart, he realized something. The crow was a huge bird. He could probably fly quite high above. So out of curiosity, the wolf asked the crow if he happened to know how to reach the sun, or if he had visited the sun before. Yes, and I also have 3 legs. Are you honestly trying to drive me insane? The crow was outraged. No, I haven't been that far, nor have I tried. You must be crazy to actually want to go there. But if you're so willing, then why don't you climb atop the mountain and see what you can find up there? The wolf hadn't noticed something so simple. He had tried even worse things before, so it might not be such a bad idea. In any case, I doubt you will accomplish anything. The crow's words puzzled the wolf and caused him to tilt his head. It's not a question of whether or not I believe you can reach the sun. It's quite obvious that I don't want to oppose the one standing over my meal. The crow shrugged in sighed in annoyance. It's that the mountain is quite vast, and I don't think you'll be able to reach its summit. It exhausts me just looking at it, and I can fly. Imagine your own situation when you walk in such an odd manner. It's important to distinguish between reality and delusion, you know? That's my motto. The wolf didn't wish to speak with the crow any further. His own aspirations and the ones of his great acquaintance were completely different. There was no more reason to discuss it. The wolf asked one last question out of curiosity, and the crow replied angrily. Why do you care? I won't confirm whether or not that's my name. You're quite nosy. In the same mood after their dinner, the wolf and the crow bid each other farewell, each going their separate way. That is how the wolf came to begin climbing up the mountain. At first it wasn't too difficult, but it became harder and harder. The mountain's path was erratic and confusing. The wolf got lost easily and was often unsure if he was following the correct path. As he went up, the temperature became more frigid and it became more difficult to breathe. The incline of the slopes grew, and the wolf was unable to find another path from which to advance. He sought out a place to rest, but was attacked by a bear. He tried to run away, but only managed to get injured and further complicate his situation. Some days passed, and the crow was right. It was impossible for the wolf to reach the summit. He was exhausted, disoriented, and injured. How, he wondered, how can the sun bring happiness when it's unreachable? After so many attempts, he had accomplished nothing at all. The sun was so distant, its existence was so difficult to believe in. Something so implausible cannot bring joy. The wolf was about to give up. No empty promise of happiness or the sun itself justified such a risk. And he was also alone. There was no one standing next to him. No pack, no friends, not even a past or memories. Only one future lay ahead. Death. If I'm going to die, then I must at least try. That's my decision. So foretold the tales that once upon a time there was a wolf without a past or memory who wanted to reach the sun. Nice. Hey, chapter 5! Woo! A phase of my life is coming to an end. And, well, that is where I will leave it off. So, without any further ado, if you guys enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't, ring that notification bell, and remember, die safely. Bye-bye!